Hello again, everyone, and welcome to the World of Football's weekly NFL picks. I am your host, Adam Snow, and with me this week, as always, clearly I didn't get the memo for wearing the earbuds with the strings attached to them. We have Randy Snow, the founder of the World of Football. My brother Aaron is here again this week, wearing a nice Lions shirt. He's just fresh off of work this week. He doesn't work for the Lions, but he does good work wherever it is he does, whatever you do. I don't even know. But so yeah, we're here to pick the weekly games in week 14 of the NFL season. Very excited. We've got 5 weeks left after this. Absolutely nuts. The playoff race is heating up. So much craziness is happening every week. Upsets, blowouts, the gamut. It's been great. And you guys have been picking along with us. And we're going to look right now at how everything went last week. And guess what, everybody? I'm at the top. I'm at the top with a 10-3 record, followed by Hawkeye 07 and Mike. They both had 10-3 records. Aaron, Kyle, and Leonard went. And Royce went 9-4. Randy and B. Lewis went 8-5, and Cringe and Liz at 7-6. So, another tight week. I thought Liz for sure would not be at the bottom of the pack this week, but I guess there's always next week.
What those statistics do not tell you is that everybody, the three of us and all of our other pickers, all got the last two games wrong. The Sunday night game and the Monday night game. We all got those two games wrong. We were all doing great up until then.
FTP.
Yeah, and the only person that picked the Arizona Cardinals last week was this guy. So, Man, maybe you guys need to start listening to this guy a little more. Just saying. Just
Man,
put that one
I didn't
out
even
there.
pat myself on the back that much when I picked the Panthers to win their first game.
That much, huh? That much, huh? Well, too late. It's done, and we're moving on. We're going to look at everybody's percentages so far. I know with Kyle joining the fold now, he does have a pretty good percentage up there. But Royce, in his fourth week picking with us, is at the top with a 68.41 percentage. Kyle at 67.44, Hawkeye 07, Mike, Leonard, B. Lewis, Liz, as we go down the list, they are all at least in the 60s. Aaron is like right on the cusp at 59.59%. I'm at 59.07. Randy at 58.03. And Cringe slips down after coming back this week to 56.93%. So, and don't worry, at the end of the year, we're going to clean it up. We'll make a better graphic for showing how everybody did, because I get it. The newer people, like the percentages shouldn't declare who did the best. We'll probably have to break it up in best percentage, best, most picks, which would go to Kyle, I believe, with his record of
Do we need a 128,
128.65. We shouldn't need a shadow committee. We don't need none of that. We'll figure it out. All right, none of that tomfoolery. But yeah, Randy, if you want to, let's get into the picks, but we need your disclaimer before we jump into things.
Yes. Folks, if you plan to use our predictions as a means to justify your own gambling bets, then you, my friend, are an idiot. We don't know what we're talking about, and you should never listen to us for gambling advice. This is for entertainment purposes only, and I don't know what the purpose of that sandwich was. I was almost going to bring something to eat myself because I haven't had dinner yet, but you beat me to it.
Yeah, don't worry. I got my burrito. And some chips over to the side. I'm going to try not to eat the chips, but I have to figure his spiel goes pretty long. I could probably get a bite of my burrito that's just staring at me over here. But all right, we're all set. We got the disclaimer out of the way. Let's jump into this week's NFL picks. And Aaron, I know we started with you last week, so I guess I will be the first one to take these games. On Thursday night, we have the New England Patriots traveling to Pittsburgh to play the Steelers. And I'm going to be very specific about this. The Steelers are going to lose, but they're going to the Patriots are going to lose, and they're going to hold the Steelers to under 10 points. So give me the Steelers, even with their hurt quarterback, Pickett's out, even whoever their backup is, give me the Steelers.
I agree with you. I'm taking Pittsburgh in this game, too. New England, boy, they're just about as bad as Carolina. They should be in a bowl game together.
Oof.
Give me Pittsburgh.
Man, I'm taking the Pittsburgh Steelers as well. I was going to pick the Patriots, but
no, you were going to pick the Panthers. We all heard you.
They can't do anything on offense, so give me the Pittsburgh Steelers.
All right. 1 o'clock slate of games. Dad, you get to start this one off in an NFC South Division game. The Buccaneers will travel to Atlanta to play the Falcons. Who you got in that one?
This should be a close, pretty good game, but I'm going with the hometown Atlanta Falcons in that one.
I agree with you there. Falcons, I feel like they're the best of the 3 NFC South contenders, but even then it's kind of a crapshoot. So we'll see. Who knows?
That's right. Yeah, this is a game where, the last time those two teams played, Atlanta got the last second field goal. So it was a close game. But I'm going to take Tampa Bay. I like what Mike Evans and then, I think Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans are starting to click. So I'll take Tampa Bay to get the upset on the road. All right, Aaron, you're going to start off with the Los Angeles Rams traveling to Baltimore to play the Ravens.
Give me the Ravens coming off a bye. They have competition for the number 1 seed to keep pace with Miami, so I think they go out there and take care of business.
Yeah, as much as I like Matthew Stafford, and the Rams have resurged the last few weeks to look like a good playoff team, but I think in people who've seen our power rankings, I still think the Ravens are up there. And until they lose disastrously, I'm taking the Ravens.
I agree. I'm taking the Ravens, and that's our second sweep of the week.
All right, and I guess that means I get to pick this one first. Darn it all. The Detroit Lions, or Detroit, I say it both ways, will travel to Chicago, or Chicago, I say it both ways, to play the Bears in the Windy City. Boy, this game makes me nervous as a Lions fan. The Lions, it wasn't until the last 4 minutes the Lions came back and beat the Bears in Chicago. And I hate to do it. I hate to be the first time all season long that I've done this. But I'm going to hesitantly pick the Detroit Lions. I was going to go Bears, but nah, I hesitantly picked Detroit. It's going to be – I'm not feeling great about this one, but I'll still take the Lions.
Yeah, this is not going to be a cakewalk for Detroit. The Bears really had their number last time around. Hopefully, Detroit's made some changes and they're better prepared this time. I'm going with Detroit, but yeah, this could be a last second, who's got the ball last and who's in field goal range last kind of game.
I agree. I'm going to take the Lions in this one. They're only cold weather game of the year, but I think they know it's at stake. They know they need to pull off this win, and they know they dodged the Bears at home last time, so I think they come out with a vengeance.
Yep, I mean they gotta. If they lose to the Bears, I mean it's gonna be dire in Detroit. I'll just say that. I think people are gonna lose their minds. All right, the Indianapolis Colts travel to Cincinnati to play the Bengals in a duel of the backup quarterbacks. Randy, who do you got in this one?
Well, I've got the Colts, but after last night's game with Cincinnati, I'm not so sure, but I wrote down Colts earlier this morning, and I'm going with the Colts.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with the Colts, too. I feel like that Monday night game was kind of not a fluke, but you're not going to go 32 or 37 or whatever 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah,
so I think
great stats.
I think Browning just played out of his mind last night, and the Colts, with that Jaguars loss, now are closer to their division title. So they know what's at stake, too. They have a division title in their grasp, so I think they come out and win.
I think this will be a game that a lot of people are going to be talking about next week, whether it's ugly or not, or one of the teams blows the other out. I think this will be one of the games we talk about. But I'm going to take I liked what I saw out of that quarterback with Cincinnati. I'm going to take the Bengals. We talked about it on the podcast. I hope it's not a Joshua Dobbs situation where he plays great for a game or two and then he just shows why he's the backup quarterback. Same could go for Minshew. Minshew has proven that he's can be a starter a couple weeks, but then he looks like a backup another week. So who knows what's going to happen there? But I will take the Bengals to win that one. All right. And I believe we are back to Aaron, who will take the Jaguars versus the Browns, this game in Cleveland.
Give me the Browns. I think the Browns want to bounce back from that loss to the Rams. Who knows if Trevor Lawrence will play, but I was not impressed with that Jaguars defense last night at all, except from the one interception from the wide receiver. But other than that, nothing. Let's go Browns.
Yeah, the Jaguars, losing Trevor Lawrence, I think it was a high ankle sprain. Could be a few weeks. Who knows? I haven't really heard officially yet at the time of this recording what's happening with him. But, A damaged Trevor Lawrence makes me want to go. It's going to be a low scoring game. Browns will probably take it. I don't even know who their quarterback's going to be. Their 51st backup quarterback in 10 years. I don't know. But I'll take the Browns in that defense.
Well, I originally had the Jaguars down, but yeah, with Trevor Lawrence possibly being out, I'm going to switch and go with the Browns, so we'll make that another sweep.
All right. And back to me. The Carolina Panthers will travel to New Orleans to play the Saints. Another NFC South matchup. I'm not even going to hesitate. Give me the Saints. They got weapons still. I mean, and Carolina's just got eliminated from the playoffs with that loss, so what are they playing for other than getting young guys playing time and just seeing what they got before next season with an interim head coach right now? So, give me the Saints to win in that building.
I agree. I'll take the Saints in that one. Carolina's going nowhere.
Make it a sweep. I don't know if Derek Carr will play, but I still think the Saints roll.
Yeah, even with Jameis at quarterback, they should probably win that game. Or even Taysom Hill, whatever they decide. Okay, now, Dad, you get to decide who wins between the Houston Texans going to New York to play the Jets.
Well, I had the Jets down, but now that Tim Boyle's not there, I'm afraid I'm going to have to go with the Houston Texans on that one.
Man, I agree. Texans. I don't know what the heck the Jets are doing anymore. The Texans are definitely the team of the season. Came out of nowhere, and I think D'Amico Ryans wins Coach of the Year as much as I think Dan Campbell should. But D'Amico Ryans is coaching out of his mind.
That's funny you say that. I said that on the podcast this week that D'Amico Ryans got this team playing great, and if it comes down to it, he should win Coach of the Year over Dan Campbell. We're Lions fans saying that, but I think that's impressive what he's doing. Give me the Texans to win this game this weekend. Very impressed with D'Amico Ryan, what he's got going on down there. All right, Aaron. Are you? You get this one, right, Aaron?
Sure.
Or did I just pick you? I can't remember who I just picked. The smell of this burrito has got me all over the map. The Minnesota Vikings will travel to Las Vegas to play the Raiders. Who do you got in this one?
Raiders. I am still not sold on the Vikings. I'm not sold on the Raiders either, but something tells me the Raiders will benefit from that bye week more than the Vikings.
Yep, right there with you in their building. I think it's going to be a close one. Is Joshua Dobbs even going to start for them, or they got a different quarterback going in? Who knows? All I know is the Raiders at home, usually pretty tough. Usually.
I agree. It's another sweep. Give me the Las Vegas Raiders over the traveling Minnesota Vikings.
All right. Then in an NFC West matchup, the Seattle Seahawks will travel to San Francisco to play the 49ers. I don't know if they'll be blown out or if Seattle's going to play them a lot closer just because it's a division game, and those games are usually pretty tough. But give me the 49ers as of right now, the best team in the NFL to get the victory over the Seahawks.
Yeah, this should be a good game, but I do have the 49ers coming out on top of this one.
Not me. Not
no.
so fast, as Lee Corso says. I'm picking the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks.
This guy.
I think the Seahawks got something to prove. They got embarrassed by the Cowboys. Now it's time to prove themselves once again against a division opponent who just had a signature win. So I think for the Seahawks to solidify themselves in the playoff race, they need to get this win. They need to send a message that, hey, we belong in the playoffs. So I think they pulled out.
And for all the bat packing I do to myself, Aaron, nothing compares to comparing yourself to Lee Corso, declaring yourself the Lee Corso of the World of Football Picks videos.
I just quoted him.
Yeah, okay. I mean, next week when he starts pulling out mascot heads to wear when he makes his picks, I mean.
Yeah.
So we'll see. All right. The Buffalo Bills travel to Kansas City to play the Chiefs. Dad, who do you got in that one?
I have the Chiefs winning this game at home. I don't know if Taylor Swift is going to be there or not. I guess she was at the Packers game the other day, but I never saw any footage of her while I was watching the game. But I saw some stuff on social media afterwards, and it was snowing so bad you could barely see her. That's probably why they didn't didn't show her. But yeah, give me Kansas City at home over the Bills.
Yep, I'm going to take the Chiefs as well. I think they bounce back. Even though the Bills can score, I just don't trust the Bills anymore this year.
Right, yeah, this is okay. So here's my rationale. This is usually a week I'd be like, I don't trust the Bills to win this game. But I don't think I exactly trust the Chiefs this week after how they played last week. The Bills played the Eagles really tough a couple weeks back. Give me a weird, fluky Buffalo win in Kansas City. That's right. I'm going to pick against the Chiefs. Every time I feel like I should pick the Bills, I don't. And when I don't pick the Bills, they do good. So I'm kind of trying to flip-flop my logic there by taking them. Okay. Somebody jump through a table for me for that one. All right. The Denver Broncos will travel to Los Angeles to play the Chargers. Again, I forget who I left off with.
I picked the last one.
Okay, Aaron. There you go. Thank you, Dad, for keeping track. I didn't write it down this week. I'm just kind of winging it.
Well, I think the Chargers are going to lose, so...
It's tough because, like, Denver, man, I just don't know. It's in Los Angeles. I'm going to take the Chargers. It's not going to be a pretty win. I was liking Denver quite a bit, and I still like Denver, but, man, they just... I don't know. They might be this close to being the team I thought they were, but I'm going to take the Chargers.
Yeah, originally I was going to take the Chargers in this one, but I changed my mind, and I'm going to take the Broncos in this game.
Good move.
All right, your Sunday night game, the Philadelphia Eagles will travel to Dallas to play the Cowboys. The Cowboys have struggled against teams over 500. But they just beat the Seahawks, who were above 500 till they beat them. I will take the Eagles in a get-right game against the Cowboys to show that the Cowboys might not be the team we think they are.
I am going to go with Dallas in this game. Philadelphia showed me they weren't that good, and they're going down in Dallas territory, so give me Dallas.
Not that good.
I was going to pick the Cowboys too, but I'll stick with it. Cowboys. I think they, like I said about the Colts and what I said about one of the other teams, they need to prove the Falcons. They need to get this division ungrasped. Like they have a chance to get their division locked up or at least throw some chaos into it. So I think the Cowboys come out with a little bit more urgency than the Eagles. The Eagles won't go down easy, but I think the Cowboys pull it out.
Yeah, I'll be rooting for the Eagles, but I think the Cowboys are going to win.
Yeah, this should be a tougher, closer game. It'll probably be like that Seattle-Dallas game we just had last week. All right, then, Dad, the Tennessee Titans will travel to Miami to play the Dolphins in the first of a doubleheader, or actually, these are going to be like simultaneously being played, right?
I think they're usually like an hour or so different
Okay.
from one another.
Okay, well, regardless, Tennessee at Miami, who do you got?
Give me the Dolphins at home in this game.
Yep, Dolphins as well. On pace for the 1 seed. They got to keep it going.
Yep, I think under those bright lights, Mike McDaniel's going to put on a show. Give me the Dolphins. All right, and finally, Aaron, you're going to take the first crack at the Green Bay Packers traveling to New York to play the Giants on Monday Night Football.
Part of me is telling me to pick the Packers just because I want to keep my game lead on top of you. But the other part of me is saying pick the Giants. So I'm going to do it. I'm taking DeVito and the Giants.
Wow.
Darn you, because I'm taking the Giants as well. I for whatever reason, I know I said put a fork in them a couple weeks ago. They worked out for me the last time I picked them. So, DeVito, don't lead me astray. Give me the Giants.
Well, I'm sorry. Both of you guys don't know what the heck you're talking about. I'm taking the Packers in this game. I'm going with a safe bet. The team that should win and probably will win.
If they don't, if the Giants win, I'm clipping that out. We're going to use that. And that'll be your Father's Day gift. Us being right. That's your gift.
Oh, wow.
The gift we give you every week. Us being right.
I said last week that the Chiefs were going to beat Green Bay in their rematch of of Super Bowl one, but that didn't happen. So we shall see.
Yeah. You also said the Steelers would beat the Cardinals, and look how that turned out.
Yeah. A lot of people thought that.
All right, Dad. Why don't you give us how many sweeps we had after I say we had the Cardinals and the Commanders on bye this week?
Well, there's 15 games this week, and out of those 15 games, we had 8 games that we all picked the same team.
Damn.
All right, fellas, that is it for this week's picks. Anything else before we move on and just call it a show?
Nope. I think we're good.
No.
All right, Dad, why don't you wrap it up?
All right. If you haven't done so already, please take a moment and like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification on our YouTube channel. We also are on Facebook, X, and Instagram, where the address on all 3 of those is TWOF Kalamazoo. We have a weekly audio podcast called This Week in the World of Football, which is posted on Tuesdays and is available on all major podcast platforms, as well as Amazon Music, so you can simply ask your Alexa device to play the World of Football podcast. You can also find the full audio version of our podcast on YouTube. So please spread the word, give us a like, leave us a comment, let us know what you think, and please come be a part of the conversation, the football conversation, and maybe if we run this a little bit longer this week, you can eat a whole sandwich while I'm reading that.
Hey, one bite was enough. I didn't even think you looked.
He said burrito twice and you keep calling it a sandwich.
Whatever.
I mean, excuse the guy. I feel bad for this kid. He had to double wrap it, so that's why this thing looks extra thick.
But
I guarantee you wouldn't have confused that if it was a McRib.
Right?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I'll
just
try
for the heck
to
of it, I'm gonna throw.
If I didn't have to
I'm
go
throwing
to
up a picture right now of you and your special McRib trip, just to embarrass you. Here you go. Here's a picture of Randy going to get a McRib.
If I didn't have to go all the way to Fort Wayne to get a McRib, I would probably eat one on the air next week. But maybe you can meet me halfway, Aaron. Bring me a McRib. I'll meet you in Coldwater. And
you know what you just did? You just set it up to where Aaron's going to get on next week, and he's going to eat a McRib in front of you on camera.
No,
I'll
he
never
won't.
eat a McRib.
I knew that was coming. More for me.
All right. Well, we'll keep our family squabbles to a minimum as we wrap up this show, or we'll just put it out right now. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We appreciate everybody. We reached a milestone this past week. We reached our 3,000 watch hours as a YouTube requirement. So we have now officially been able to apply for monetization, I think. I don't know how this process works. We're just kind of winging it, but we couldn't have done any of this without the people who watch our stuff. I know we're just a tiny little YouTube channel, just out here trying to have fun, and we appreciate all you guys sticking with us and checking us out. So
McRib money.
What's that?
McRib money.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yep, it's just gonna be McRib money for Randy. So I mean, we're not gonna get paid anytime soon. Randy's just gonna buy McRibs. But all right, guys, for Randy Snow, Aaron Snow, I have been Adam Snow. Thank you for watching. Put in your picks in the comments, and we'll see you guys next week.